guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Crown Euro Cars in St. Pete, Florida, and guess what? We have one heck of a muscular wagon for you. It's this vehicle right here. This is an Audi RS6 Avant. But before we get into this all-wheel drive, twin turbocharged V8 beast, let's talk about what's going on here. For some reason, I don't know if it's because of the positioning of where the United States is compared to the rest of the world, but wagons just don't take off here in the United States. I remember back when I was a kid, before minivans, if you had a large family, you had some type of station wagon. Well, guess what? Over in Europe and other parts of the world, wagons are still very popular, a great way to move your body and your stuff, and it's much, much different than an SUV. Now, the RS6 Avant was something spectacular when it first appeared. I mean, it still is spectacular, but it was something very special because Audi was not originally going to bring this car to the United States. And they said that they were just going to do it for 1 year and that's it. Well, guess what? They decided to do it for a few years. And what I want to find out is, if you're looking for a performance vehicle, but you need versatility, you need everyday versatility, do you go with something like the RS6, or do you go with a performance SUV? Say, for example, a BMW X5M, or even Audi's very own Audi RS Q8. Let's go ahead, let's dive in our Nardo Gray, one of the most iconic colors from Audi's color palette, Nardo Gray RS6, and find out. Right off the bat, this vehicle just has presence. With its nice flared fenders, massive manhole cover size wheels, and then of course that Audi German style. At the front end of the business, you're going to see all of our great LED lighting. So you have your LED turn signals, LED headlights, working our way down, functionality is the name of the game, flowing the air to those heat exchangers, gloss black, like the angular cut. Normally, I'm not really big into geometric shapes like triangles, unless I'm eating a bag of Doritos, but there's just something that really makes my heart pitter-patter just looking at this front corner. But that's just the beginning. As we come across that open grille design, which was actually brought to the auto industry by Audi, we have our blacked out auto union badge. This represented the 4 German car brands that came together during the World Depression. We do have a forward-facing camera, and then on the passenger side, there it is, RS6 badge. When you see RS in German, that's Rennsport, which means racing sport, and this has a lot of racing technology pumped underneath the sheet metal. I love the way below the grille you have this little extension that opens up into another functional area for airflow, and we got a beefy splitter that's going to help scoop the air where it needs to go and stop the air from going underneath the vehicle, because that creates lift. Now, as we do lift off, you get a bulge. So put away the socks, put away the inflatable little airbags. This is the real deal bulge. You don't have to use those other things to have your bulge. And like I said, Nardo Gray. I know some people say, oh, it's primer color. I think it works. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. When we go wide around the flared fenders, what do we got going on? 22-inch wheels. Love this sort of flat titanium color. The machined aluminum, massive. It's almost as big as a freaking Fiat 500. That Brembo caliper with the RS badging, gloss black, 2-piece rotor, cross-drilled to cut down on heat buildup. Tires up front are 285 on the width, with a very rubber band-esque 30 series sidewall. Of course, we have adaptive suspension all 4 corners. And then you'll see just everything nicely painted. No gloss black, no badges, no fake vents, none of that crap. Now, coming down the side of the vehicle, you do have power folding side mirrors with the gloss black, your turn signals, 360-degree cameras. Up top, you're gonna get your panoramic roof. I wish they would have painted the back portion of the roof, just to make it all look cohesive and get rid of the freaking roof rails. Make those a delete item, because I think it would just look so much cleaner without them. gloss black around the window frame openings, and then you'll notice the side skirt extension. Not only do you have the body color drop down, but you also have that gloss black side skirt extension. This is all for aerodynamic flow, because as we come towards the rear, just like up front, you are getting beefy calipers, but they're not Brembos. So I am gonna zonk that. This should have Brembos all four corners. And then out back, it's also 285 on the width. Now this vehicle is rear wheel drive bias, which means there's a drive shaft sending power to the rear wheels, but there's also half shafts that send power to the front wheels, because we have that Audi Quattro all-wheel drive. Now the funny thing is, Quattro is not the number 4 in German. It's actually, Quattro is 4 in Italian. So it's kind of funny that they did that. But anyways, working our way towards the back, we swing it around. You can see that nice flared fender. Looking oh so good. Spoiler is a little stubby. I wish that they would have extended it back a little bit more, so I don't have to zonk this wiper and put the wiper underneath. That would have just cleaned up the rear end. But you can see Audi does such a great job on their freaking lighting. All LED. You got the auto union badge, RS6. When you see RS on an Audi, just don't even mess with it, because it's gonna whoop your butt. Down below, I do like the lower bumper area. I like the oval cut on the exhaust, that gloss black, and it is an active exhaust. It gets louder and quieter depending on what mode you're in. This fake vent has gotta go. Gotta go. Like, I just wanna rip it off right now. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood, because I'm gonna feel better once I see what's underneath it. All right guys, we got the hood pop. You do have hood struts. Underneath the hood, very tasteful engine cover. You can see the RS badge, the Audi badge, and then of course the heat shielding because of our turbos being underneath this. What are you looking at? You're looking at a 4-liter twin turbo V8. What does that mean? That means it pumps out 591 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60, 3 seconds flat. Quarter mile is gonna go by at 11.3 seconds at 122 miles per hour, and the top speed is 156 miles per hour. MPGs, 15 in the city, 22 on the highway, and the vehicle weighs right at 5,000 pounds. But I don't know about you, looking at this engine is one thing, hearing it is another. Why don't we start up and fire up this RS6? All right guys, we are inside this Nardo Gray 2021 Audi RS6 Avant. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I'm glad you're showing us this vehicle, because I don't want an SUV. I don't want a minivan. I don't want a truck. I don't want a sedan. I don't want a sports car, but I do like wagons. There's just something about them, and I like the fact that you don't see many of them on the road here in the United States. How much is this one? Well, brand new, MSRP was $119,000. Asking price right now is $91,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels. Love the carbon fiber, the nice silver trim, the contrast stitching up top. And then as you work your way down past the carbon fiber, you'll see more silver trim, Alcantara, and I'm liking that caramel tan leather. Now the door pocket is a good size. Easily get 2 bratwursts and a German root beer, and we do have the Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. Now going from the door panel to the dash, same story. The carbon fiber, the gloss black, I have to zonk. It's too freaking much. But I do love the stitching, the leather material. You have a nice 10.1 inch infotainment system, can bring up all of your RS gauges. We could also go into Audi Drive Select and go into our different modes. We're going to go RS2, baby. That's going to unlock everything and anything. Camera resolution still pretty good, 360, the whole shabam. And then we're right back where we started. Working our way down, you got an 8-inch touchscreen. This is for your dual climate control, heated seats and ventilated seats, 3 stages apiece. You got your Drive Select buttons you could do down here. Nice little anodized red start-stop button, real volume knob. This is gonna control your ZF 8-speed automatic. More of this carbon fiber style material, 2 cup holders, and I have to zonk it because there's no lid. This just looks cheap. But you do have a 12 volt, and I highly recommend getting a Valentine 1 radar detector. More of that carbon fiber style. That's ambient lighting, 64 different colors. Lift this up, 1 Twinkie, and wireless charging and 2 USB-Cs. That's it. Seats, the leather, one-piece backs, RS embossed. Love the way they did all of the stitching. Full electric assist for the passenger. Full, of course, electric assist for the driver. And then we do have this split level panoramic sunroof. So very nice to have that with the power shade. But come over here to the business end. I want to show you behind the wheel with the name RS on it. Come on over. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 2 memory seat settings. You got the RS6 sill plate that illuminates LED at night. Pedal box right out of an Audi Le Mans race car. Nice aluminum dead pedal, large brake pedal, good looking throttle. We have all of our seat controls, easy to get to, lower lumbar, side lumbar. I'm 6 feet tall. These seats feel fantastic, and I got plenty of headroom. Steering wheel's a little sad. I don't like how thin the actual steering wheel is. I wish it was a little bit thicker for the gripping of the hands, and the horn button looks cheap to me on a car that MSRP $120,000. You do have some gloss black on the switchgear. I do like the RS6 badge, and there's these small paddles which should be larger behind the wheel to go up and down the 8-speed automatic. It is a power tilting and telescoping wheel, and then you're gonna have that nice 10-inch digital gauge cluster. What's great about it is that you have your different modes. So when you go into RS1, RS2, and you could also change the view as well, which is really nice. So great to have all those different things, so easy when it comes to seeing what's available. And then watch, you hit view, boom, right back again. And there's a head-up display. But why don't we get into the back seat, because I'm dying to go on throttle in this RS6. All right, guys, back seat time, and this is really where it flexes its muscle. I mean, you have so much room back here. There's our separate power shade for our panoramic roof, glass roof over the passengers. Love the leather, don't love the cargo net. You put a Ginsu knife in here, it's gonna rip right through it. And one thing you always gotta remember, never, and I actually had to learn this the hard way once. I might have to do a Rady's Rides vlog to tell you the story. Never bring a knife to a gunfight. I was dumb enough to do that once. Back of the command center, you do have AC vents. You got the same digital displays for the dual climate control. Heated seats, no ventilated seats. That's a zonk in a vehicle this price. 2 USB-Cs. Underneath here is the drive shaft to send power to the rear wheels. We have our manual shades. Seats feel great. Pull this bad boy down. Look at this. You got cup holders, and you got a place to put your 1-pound bag of Skittles, and the color won't rub off because of the felt lining. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the cargo area, because I want to go on throttle in this RS6. All right, guys, cargo area time. Hit the button, nice electric assist. This is where a wagon really flexes its muscle. 30 cubic feet of space with the rear seat up. Fold the rear seats down, you're gonna get even more cubic feet of space. You do have your little nook area over here for your box of Nordschleife Twinkies for the Nürburgring. You do have these handles that you pull to fold down the rear seats. And then underneath, what do we got going on? You're gonna find that you don't get a spare. You get a can of Flat Fix and an electric air compressor. What that big round thing is the subwoofer for the sound system. But you do get a 12 volt, which is nice for when you're at the track and you need to make tire air pressure adjustments. But why don't we go ahead? The only adjustment I want to do is with my right foot. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle in this RS6. All right, guys, we're inside this 2021 Audi RS6 Avant. The great news is, even though it's a 2021, if you had a 2023, 2024, they all have the same power and performance. Like I said, 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. I have it in RS2 mode, set up the way I like it. I'm gonna let the gearbox, the 8-speed, shift for itself, and we're gonna go on throttle. If you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Nice. Nice smooth shifts from that 8-speed automatic. Handles so well. Look at this. It's just ridiculous how fast this thing is. You look at the speedometer and you're like, what? Am I really going that quick? Because with the sound deadening material and how rock solid this vehicle is, it really shuts you off from the outside world. And I don't know if that's 100% what I want. I want to hear more rumble of the V8 twin turbo. I want to hear more of the turbocharger sound and everything else. And it really closes you out from that. Seats are fan-freaking-tastic. They're comfortable, and they got some good support up top. Decent on the bottom. Could use a little bit more on the bottom, but obviously the on-throttle experience is where it's at. You ready? On throttle, here we go. Nice. Just so balanced. I mean, the adaptive suspension does a fantastic job with body roll, eliminating body roll, of course. This thing has beefy anti-roll bars and those massive 285s all four corners. To put it into manual shift mode, you take the shift lever and you actually push it over towards your passenger. And then it gives you a gear indicator. Are you ready? Second gear. On throttle, here we go. Look at this. On the brakes. Look at this. Yes. Turning is so quick because you have rear wheel steer. It's just so balanced. Look at this. Just so balanced. Really, really just with the Quattro all-wheel drive, with the rear wheel steer, they do a great job with the electric steering rack with communication from the front wheels to the steering wheel. And it's just hooked up. It's like you're on rails in this thing. It's like you just lock and load into a corner and you're good to go. Really, really kind of messes with your brain on how quick this thing is. Look at this. Unbelievable. Holds a line very nicely. Launches hard from a dead stop. And then you could go get the groceries in it. You could pick the kids up from school. I mean, come on. You ready? On throttle, here we go. Nice. Woo! Woo! Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This thing, unbelievable. Those massive brakes, massive. Shed speed, look at this, faster than a Greyhound sheds hair. Are you ready? On throttle. Nice. On the brakes. Yes! It was great because I was able to get the rear end to break loose a little bit and just square off that corner, and we were launching like a cruise missile off the deck of a battleship. Wow. All right, guys, one more time for you. Definitely one more time for me. You ready? Second gear. On throttle, here we go. Woo-hoo. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah! On the brakes. So stable. So smooth. Nice. Look at this. Wow. Like I told you, it's like you look down at the speedometer and you're just like, oh my God. My recommendation is definitely get yourself a Valentine 1 or some type of really, really good radar detector. You're gonna need it. Just ridiculous how quick. It's almost like you just go into warp speed. And the fact that the center of gravity is lower, so it's gonna out-handle an RS Q8. It's gonna have less body roll than an RS Q8 or a Lamborghini Urus or any of those performance SUVs. The car is so wide with those flared fenders And the fact that you have the 285 width on the tires, all four corners, is just tons of grip, tons of grip. And the Quattro all-wheel drive. So smooth. Look at this. On throttle! Yeah! Yeah! Here we go, here we go. This thing is just, it's just dumb. It's just dumb how good it is. Look at this. Squeaking tire's a happy tire. I got 4 of them. Oh, I could do this all day long, and it makes it such an easy task when you have a performance vehicle like this. But we have to do it. We got to get back to Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete. So I hope that this has been a good one for you. It definitely, where's my towel? Definitely been a good one for me. Thank God I don't smoke. I would need a cigarette right about now. But anyways, we're gonna get back to Jaguar, what am I saying, Jaguar Land Rover, Crown Euro cars, and wrap this one up. All right, guys, it's been another great day in so many ways with this Audi RS6 Avant. Definitely want to thank Michael and the rest of the team getting us access to this vehicle. Let me know what you think. Would you go RSQ8? Would you go BMW X5M competition? Or are you going with this muscular wagon? Let me know down in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Reds family. Need to give it up, Stephen Flood Photography, working the camera like a champ. Show him some love in the comment section. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you're doing. Just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.